Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. All right, get comfy. We're here. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Colin,
And I'm Nisi.
and this is the I Get It From My Mama podcast. So just want to say Happy New Year to everybody out there. I know it's the 16th. I know people feel real funny about that, but hey, it's our first time seeing you, your first time seeing
Seeing
us.
us.
So Happy New Year to you. So what's this? This is still season 1, episode
4.
So
Number
yeah,
4.
thank you for rocking with us. If you've been watching, and if this is your first time, when we get this upload to YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, help us grow this channel. So we have a few things that we're going to talk about, but before we get started, I want to go ahead and start us off with some prayer.
Okay.
So, Father God, I just want to thank you for this day. Thank you for giving us this opportunity, this platform to speak to the people, Lord, and just know that we are a conduit for you, Lord, and we are just doing this for your glory to amplify your word, your kingdom. And it's not for personal gain or clout, but, to uplift you. We want to just bless everyone that's watching this podcast, just touch their lives, Lord, and just please watch over Mom and I. And as we do this and give us an opportunity to spend time and really grow and laugh together, Lord. We love you. We thank you. We honor you and give you that glory and praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. So, all right. So let's get into it.
All right.
So Mama came in hot today. She tried to say that I wasn't carrying my weight, y'all. She said, I thought we was doing this together. I said, Mom, what you want to talk about? And she said, oh, I got this and I got that. And she was like, what you want to talk about? I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, I thought we was doing this together. I'm like, all right, my bad. She's taking this real serious, family,
Serious.
real serious. So, all right. So, episode 4. So she really wanted to talk about the church dress. Now, I saw it. I'm gonna let her kind of explain a little more to it, but from what I gathered, it was the first lady of New Birth in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Correct, and they're at a charity function.
Yeah, for the NAACP, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, he said it was a fundraiser,
Mm-hmm.
but it was for education.
Okay.
It's been the one that has been around for a long time.
United Negro
A
College.
life is the United Negro College Fund.
Okay, there
I
we
think is
go.
what it was for.
Well, we're not gonna get too lost in the details. It was a
Okay.
fundraiser for a good cause. They raised some good money.
Right.
But the topic that stole the show was the dress, right?
The dress.
The form-fitting dress. And is it appropriate for a first lady to wear to a function? I'll let you start us off, Ma, because you had some strong opinions about this. So I'll sit back and listen to you, and I'll probably be opposite of what you have to say. But you, what's that? The affirmative? What is that? The opposite? What's that called? Is that what that is in a debate? What is that? I don't know. Somebody let me know. Yeah. Somebody let me know what that is. Right. We're still new. It's only the 4th episode.
Right.
But so I'm guessing you didn't like it.
No,
I showed too much.
Yes, too much. I did not care for that. And let me say, I agree with what some of the people are saying is that first ladies are today in 2026 nowhere near what first ladies were back even 20, 30, 40 years ago. I get that. She is not the pastor. Her husband is the pastor. But I just think that we as women sometimes have to err on the side of modesty. It's just so much. She has a beautiful body, I mean, whatever, and she wants to highlight it. Pastor Jamal Bryant has said that he purchased the dress for her. He loved it. She loved it. So not wear it. The dress is like they call it like a flesh tone. dress.
Sequence, right? Is what it's not sequence,
No,
but what was it where it's like a nude
yeah, the
underneath the?
flesh tone. There's
Is
flesh
that it?
tones underneath it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's also the flesh tone is the color of her flesh
Skin
tone
tone.
would be different. My skin tone is different than hers.
Mm-hmm.
Her skin tone is closer to a flesh toned
Mm-hmm.
uh, a dress.
Yeah.
I think that it just took away from them having a night together,
Mm-hmm.
raising the money. And the main thing that people talked about was the dress. I had to get online. So many people were worked up on it, worked up about it, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
They were worked up about it. I thought, well, what is going on? I had to see the dress, and when I saw her coming down the escalator and getting off, and I said, oh no, that no wonder people are just worked up about it.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a first lady, there's no way. And I don't think that you have to walk around and in someone had said little house on the prairie all the way up to the collar and everything covered. I'm not saying that, but I just think that that's something that she should have thought about and said,
Yeah.
maybe this is something that she could wear for her husband at home privately, but she doesn't need to be, walking around like that.
Yeah.
So, no.
See, as you were talking, I was looking for the dress, and they must have scrubbed the internet because I don't even see it. I know it was a fundraiser. Let me
Yeah.
see. They keep wanting to.
Go
They keep
to,
wanting to bring up her wedding dress,
yeah.
which I mean, she's a very curvaceous woman.
Yes,
She's
she
very
is. She's
attractive,
a very
very
beautiful.
easy,
There's a
pleasing
dress.
on the eye. Okay,
There's a
yeah.
dress.
I don't see. This is like a ball, like a
Yeah,
gala
it
event.
was a gala.
I don't. I personally don't see anything wrong with this. I mean, if you got it, flaunt it. I mean, hey, if people are looking, they looking. Give them something to look at. Give them something. Obviously, it worked because they raised a whole bunch of money for the nonprofit.
Right.
Now, if
Right.
she was, you know, going around making it rain, shaking it, and doing all that, I'd be like, ooh, okay, I don't know if that's appropriate behavior.
No.
But to shame
Yeah.
this woman
No.
for what
Yeah.
she is wearing because she's a first lady, I personally don't see anything wrong with that. First ladies, if y'all out there, comment, let us know what you think. I'll make sure that when we post this, I'll have a picture of the dress if you didn't see it
Okay.
firsthand, because I
That's
know
good.
this was a few weeks ago. Yeah, 13 days ago.
Yeah.
So it's some time has gone past, but I do remember it being a big deal, and I remember hearing it, seeing it, and just kind of shutting it off because I was like, I'm not really upset.
Invested
Yeah, I'm
in.
not
Yeah.
too upset, but it says a lot. It says a lot. I was listening to something on Instagram today, and it was another woman talking about an experience that she had at work, in a warehouse, and she was in an uncomfortable position, and basically she was down at the docks, door was locked, an older male coworker came in, said some things to her, some choice words like, "Yeah, you look good," and she couldn't get out of the
Right.
situation.
Right.
She said, "Hey, unlock this door." She walked out and completely like just quit the job because she didn't feel safe.
Wow.
And then she was like expressing what happened to a friend or someone else,
Sure.
and the first thing, it was a male companion, a male friend. What were you wearing?
Mm-mm.
What were you wearing? And
No.
is that okay? If it was revealing, if you do have whole tendencies or behaviors and whatnot, it doesn't give anybody an excuse to treat you any type of way.
Right.
And mind you, she just had like a regular like tracksuit on. Like, yeah, she had the curves, but just because she had that on doesn't give anybody a right
No.
to say anything crazy
Not
to
at
her
all.
or
Mm-mm.
make her feel like, oh,
Yeah.
she's in this
Right.
vulnerable position
Right.
and they need to take advantage. So
Right.
I don't know. To me, that's on the same kind of wave,
Really.
the same frequency of, well,
Yeah.
thou shalt, you point and
Yeah.
wag the finger
Yeah.
of, well, yeah, well, you got what you got because you were wearing what you were wearing.
Yeah.
And that whole mentality, I think, needs to be
Yeah.
Just throw that away, man.
Yeah.
Treat people
Right. It
no matter
sounds
what.
like she was triggered.
Yeah.
And there's, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. She wanted out of that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you shouldn't have to explain yourself, or just somebody turning to you and asking you what did you have on her. It's like they're saying, well, what did you contribute to this situation?
Yeah.
And no, that's not cool.
No, it's not cool. But conservative Christians are going to say, no, that's not appropriate. And Pastor Jamal Bryant, he's like, hey, look what I got. And I believe she's a pastor too.
Yeah,
right?
She's a pastor too. She's a professor. She's educated, very bright. Also a pastor, also a professor in college. I think a college professor or whatever. So I mean, she has a lot going on. There's nothing. She is what they call today what do they call her? A very high. They call it somewhat your low achieving or high achieving or woman. It has to come back to me, but she's bringing something to the table. So there's, and I have no problems with that. I'm just, back to what you were saying, I'm just old school. And I'm like, no, I do not want to bring that type of attention to. No, I'm not doing that. I even when I was young and had that and whatever, but
you had this?
Oh, I had it going on, believe me. That's how I got your daddy. So yes. But nah, I couldn't do that. I could only go so far with it.
Yeah.
And it was more than enough,
I get it. It's like in some aspects I could be a conservative Christian as well, but this is not one of those. If you're gonna wear it well. Hey, big ups to that brother. That's all I got to say. Big ups to you, Pastor Jamal Bryant.
And I think that's what he wants too.
Yeah.
He is that kind of guy. So I mean, that stroked his ego too. Look at what I got. That type of thing.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, is that what your wife is for? For you to put her up like in a pedestal like that and show her off like she's some type of trophy, or whatever. I mean, men, he is a man like that. I mean, he is not going to be caught, excuse the expression, dead with someone that is not
homely.
Right.
I get it.
He is not, because the other woman that he has 3 daughters with, they all look, he has a type.
Yeah.
They all look like, they're very beautiful, attractive women. And so he, that's very important to him. And he was the happiest man in the room, I'm sure. And here it is, it's the 16th of January, and we are still talking about it. So that's why he bought the dress.
That's why he bought the dress.
Yes, exactly.
But he's probably like, hey, look at what God has provided.
Yes.
God is good.
God is good all the time. That's what he's saying. This is wonderful.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
But hey, if all women had a glam team like her,
oh gosh,
I think everybody would be on that level.
Listen.
I truly believe that you just gotta find your style.
Find your style,
find your thing.
And what works for you. Because if I had what she had, that's working with her, and I stepped into that gala, I would give her a run for her money.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. You do you. You do you. I would love to see Dad's face. I would pay money for that. So That's good stuff. So yeah, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Like I said, I will post a picture of it if you did not see it in real time, and you let us know what you think.
Yeah.
You cool with it, or is it's a little bit too much?
Yes.
Let you guys be the judge. I'm not an expert.
No.
I just have an opinion.
That's right. Me too.
That's it.
Yeah.
So let's see what the people think. All right. So moving right along, I think we were going to talk a little sports. I think is that what we're getting into?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about sports.
Who? Oh, I know we were talking about Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh. All I think 9 coaches.
Yeah, it's quite a few of them.
But you know who didn't get fired?
Who?
Zach Taylor.
For the Bengals?
Yeah.
Oh no.
The one that probably needed to be fired.
Okay.
He's there. But you know what? Maybe they're going to keep him because I've been fighting so hard for the Ohio Brown Bengals. Maybe they're going to keep Zach. Is it Zach Taylor or Zach Brown?
Zach Taylor.
Okay, Zach Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're going to just combine the teams. I don't know. Maybe they heard this broadcast. Maybe they heard me. Because I've been, what is it? Warriors and the keyboard Roy. I've been blowing them up like Ohio Brown Bengals.
And what are people? I was going to say, what are the people saying?
They think I'm crazy. They think I'm the what is it? The cuckoo's nest.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh yeah, they think. And you know what? Good for y'all, man. Y'all are selfish. Browns fans and Bengals fans, y'all selfish. You deserve what you get. I'm a Bengals fan, but I also am a realist, and I know that if we combined our forces, we will be unstoppable. I'm just trying to win, but y'all just want to be losers as individuals. So that's what we're going to have
That's
to be.
what we're going to have to be.
I guess.
I love you, son, but I do not want them to come together. No. I've been a Browns fan all my life. I do not want to be with Bengals. And Bengals do not want to roll with me.
Isn't it crazy how they divide and conquer?
Oh,
like that?
We just,
isn't it crazy how they...
I respect them. They respect me. And then we go with that. But I don't want to see the Browns with any, not at all. That's not happening.
Was it Mike Brown? Was Mike Brown the owner? And then he was let go by Art Modell?
Oh, you're talking about years and years ago.
In the 60s?
Yeah,
I think... Was it Mike? And then Paul Brown ended up buying the team back later. That's his son.
That's Paul Brown. Yeah.
So Mike Brown. But you got 2 teams basically because of one man.
Right.
Why can't we have one team because of me?
Well, then they should have. Then he should have had one team. He shouldn't have been fooling around in Cincinnati, coming up with Bengals and Cleveland Browns or whatever. He at the time he should have had one team. Yeah. Then we would have one team.
Then we would have one team.
He was so good at what he had to do. He had one down south and one up north.
It was a vendetta, right? He was let go of his position in Cleveland, and then he went down about 4 years later. I think he was fired in '63. Then found the Bengals in '67.
Colin, you didn't went back. I was 10 years old in '67. I know exactly right. Yeah.
Well, maybe 100 years, maybe in 2067, maybe people will figure it out, and someone else will say it that's not me, and you guys will be like, "Well, that's a great idea," and I'm gonna be real old and like, I told y'all that back in 2025, 26.
Okay.
But
Colin,
I digress. Let's talk about Mike.
I understand that, but I just want to tell you, I will meet you at the pearly gates, okay, in heaven. Yep. And we will still be having this.
Nope, I'm gonna have an Ohio Brown Bengals hat on. Like, see what they did, Mama? I know you seen it. Ohio Brown Bengals. Won 50 Super Bowls back to back. They had to just completely blow up the league because we were just dominating so much. They had to restructure the whole thing. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. But it's all right. We'll see. But for today, let's talk about our boy Mike Tomlin. So now I did not know Mike Tomlin was a DB coach at the University of Cincinnati. I did not know that.
You learned, you found that out
recently.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
I did not know that. So
good for him.
I got a little bit more respect for Mike Tomlin outside of him being with the Pittsburgh Steelers for 19 seasons, 19 years.
Yeah.
Now, did you know the Steelers logo is from Cleveland too?
Yeah, the steel mill thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I
crazy.
tell you,
That's crazy.
a lot of great things come out of Ohio.
Yeah, that is true.
So
No, that is
that's
true.
what you got to look at it
That
that
is
way.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious where he's going to go. I believe the team still has his rights, so he can't just jump up
Jump
and
up,
go
yeah.
to the
Mm-hmm.
Browns, and coach for them.
So that means that whatever team wants him,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to have to pay the balance that is due him, that
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh was supposed to pay him. The new team will have to pay that balance.
Okay.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what his numbers are, his contract numbers.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair. I like Mike. I think he's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
19 seasons, no losing seasons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like he was in a Mick Cronin position. And Mick Cronin was our basketball coach for the University of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Like he took over the reins after Bobby Huggins. I feel like there was one coach in between, like interim coach, then him, and he kind of kept the ship going.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't able to break through the glass ceiling. Like we were making it to the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
we would get there, we would be ranked high.
Mm-hmm.
I think one year we lost to Nevada. I forget what year that is. Help me, remind me if there are any Bearcat fans in here. I know it was in Nashville where they lost because I wanted to go to that game. And yeah, we got upset in like the first or second round. And it's like, man, what is this guy doing? Right. Fire Mick Cronin. Get rid of him. We were winning. At that time, I think we were in not the Big East. What's the other one? We were the American Conference, I believe. We were winning conference championships. We were doing well, but when it got time to go to postseason, mm-hmm. we crapped a bet. And I feel like that's like Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin have a great regular season, and he was just a victim of his own success. Like he would do so much more with what he had, mm-hmm. limp them to the wild card, mm-hmm. and then they would ultimately get blown out because he didn't have the tools, especially since Ben Roethlisberger retired.
Oh gosh, yes.
He just was trying to piecemeal, trying to put a,
Well, he didn't have a quarterback,
right?
And that's a big deal.
Yeah.
How you going to win games if you don't have a quarterback?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
And so. And that's the problem.
So I don't blame. And it's very. I wish I was a fly on the wall to be in that meeting room with Mike Tomlin and the ownership over there with the Steelers. And
really,
like, how did it go? Did he just bust in and say, "Hey, I'm done," or was it like we sat down, we broke bread, and we just had a conversation,
right?
And this is how I'm feeling. This is how you're feeling. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's come up with this mutual agreement, mm-hmm. and I'm gonna back away.
I think they had a conversation.
You think so?
Because he's just that kind of guy. He's a class act.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. Yeah. And I think he did go in the room with that and say, let's have a conversation. We're gonna, talk about this. And I think the type of coach and the type of guy he is, I think he wanted to do what was best for Pittsburgh. Mm. I think he is that type of guy. And if that comes and if that is you get rid of I'm gone, mm-hmm. because I want to see Pittsburgh do well. Mm-hmm. I think that's whatever. Couldn't get over the hump with 6-7 seasons or whatever.
So 7 playoffs.
7 playoffs that he
7, yeah.
They couldn't get there.
Yeah,
and you don't want to be a part of that. And then he also has to look at, I hope he looked at his legacy, mm-hmm. so much to what he brought to Pittsburgh or whatever. Another thing that I heard this week, he has a daughter who's in college playing a sport. I want to say it's volleyball or basketball, whatever. And they said that gives him time to be able to go. She's in Georgia somewhere. I want to say Georgia Tech or Georgia, whatever. And it gives him the opportunity to go and support his daughter.
Yeah.
And by far, he said that she's the best athlete in the family. Mm. And with him working the way that he did, I mean, his job, huh?
He wasn't able to see.
Yeah, he could. His job. When when you are the
Gymnast.
coach,
She's in gymnastics.
Gymnastics. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, gymnastics. She's the athlete, the athlete of the family, and he hasn't been able to be there to support her as much as he wanted to as a dad. I get that, because if they're not recruiting, there's so much to the different pieces of the puzzle for football,
There's
and
no
it never
off-season.
ends.
There's no off-season.
He doesn't get, it never ends. So that gives him the opportunity to spend time with his daughter. And me, I'm, family. I'm like, this may be, God's way, of saying, you know what, go spend some time with your family.
Could be.
And then gives you. I hope he doesn't go for one of these job openings that's open right now. I would love for him to just take some time off and just chill, take a vacation, love on his family. He's got time to do that. He's not an old man. He's not young either.
How old is
But but it gives him some time to really just look at it. I'd take it on a plane and wherever it took me, as long as it was warm. Hey, I would be fine.
It's 53.
He's 53. I was gonna say 52. 53. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not an old guy at all.
No. He's still probably got another 20 years of coaching. So yeah, I agree. I think he should try to take this year, 2026, and just spend some time to himself. But out of sight, out of mind. You don't want people to forget about you either.
Well, that's true. Because people are fair weather. Next week, next year to be whoever. Whatever. Another thing I thought about this is because there are not. The roller coaster just beginning to move down the track with black coaches, and with him being a black coach gone, and a good one,
prominent, I said prominent.
I didn't want to see that, because he's a class act. To bring it is, you didn't have to worry about where you stood with Tomlin or what they were going to do or whatever. He just tell you. Someone was saying they just love to watch his after the game, what are they, and they interview him, but he would have, or when you call them all together and you want to discuss certain things. Gosh, my brain is just mush
like a
today.
Post-game meeting, like the team, or
where all of the press comes in, press conferences. They said he could come up with a course on how to handle the press and the press conference, and how eloquently he would lead you through. They said the press couldn't really get mad at him because he was just A+ when it came to that. Sometimes people like when Jerry goes to a press conference, Dallas, God only knows, it's just a nightmare. But he was just so cool about it, and how he just kind of walk you through. And I thought that says a lot, because that is a talent. That is not a given. Everybody cannot do that. And he was one of them, And he's kind of a no nonsense. I saw an interview with him with my favorite guys from the Pivot. There's three of them, RC and Channing and Fred Taylor.
Fred.
They interviewed him, and they just loved how he handled his players. RC says that he had a relationship with his players, and how he came up with certain things or whatever. RC talked about when he was sick, and he was dealing with sickle cell, and he had to have surgery, and blah 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 blah. And Tomlin was the one that said, RC's like, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to get back in here. He's like, and Tomlin was the one who said, oh no, you're not doing this.
Mhm.
You know, so that says a lot about his character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a player's coach. I've heard
Yes,
that
he
too.
is a
So
player's coach. Yes.
yeah, well, we'll see, man. Definitely praying for Mike. Take your time, man. Don't rush
Yeah.
it.
Take your time.
Spend, like you said, love on your family, spend time with them,
Yeah.
and I think there'll be a job for him somewhere. I'm curious to see who they're gonna try to replace him with. I'm hearing Notre Dame's coach. What's his
Oh, the
name?
young guy
Yeah, I forget. Got to play the Ohio
played
State.
Ohio State. I forgot his name.
Let
Yeah,
me
the one
see.
with the wife with they got 7 children or whatever. I mean, I'm like, good googly moogly. I don't understand how you have time to go or to even have time to spend with your wife. All these children. They got 7 children, I believe, or whatever. So you said yeah,
Marcus. Yeah,
yeah,
Marcus.
Marcus Freeman.
That's
Yeah,
him.
Marcus Freeman. Yeah. That would be interesting.
Would it?
Coming from some of them make a pretty decent transition.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Marcus Freeman's not a black coach.
what is he?
He's an Asian. He's an Asian coach, Asian Pacific coach.
Oh, I never said he was black, green, or whatever. I just,
I thought that's what you were going for. Another black coach.
no,
I was
no,
like, he doesn't really identify.
no. I think Stephen A. at one time called him black coach or whatever, but I didn't. I never knew what he was
until he got to Notre Dame. Then it's Asian.
What?
Yeah.
Now see, that's crazy.
That was the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay.
What's wrong with people? Yeah, like makes me think of Tiger Woods on Oprah talking about he was some kind of combination or whatever. So yeah.
That just means I'm black with money. You can have that choice to be. Oh, you have money. So that's all that. That's all that is.
Oh my.
Oh man. So I mean that's a good segue into the last topic that you wanted to talk about was we were going to talk about last episode, but interracial relationships, marriage. Do we as black people like really respect each other? Is that what you're going? Just reading your notes,
right?
Do we respect one another? Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah,
if you would have asked me this 10 years ago, I'd have a completely different answer than today. But I think people are just trying to make it. Like everybody just trying to buckle down and just trying to just live and be, and love is love. And do I like to see black folks with black folks? Yeah, of course, yeah, I do. But I get it. You want to be with somebody that's going to respect you, that's going to make you feel good about you, and help build this family. It's life out here. It's hard.
It's hard out here.
It is hard, and it's I can't speak for time before me. People that came up and right after interracial marriage was legal, after
1967.
I'm sure it was really hard then. I get that, but today, just find somebody
that you love, I guess.
That you
go. Yeah.
I mean, people treat marriage kind of like a contract anyway. They kind of don't look at it as a covenant that you make with God.
Right.
As two souls, two individual people coming together as one in front of the Lord. So that's a whole nother discussion and topic anyway. But yeah, man, I love who you love. I don't think it's a respect or not respect thing when it comes to black men and black women. I think people just trying to survive, just trying to hang on. There's a lot coming at you. The world is faster. The world is smaller.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming at you. There's a lot more options out there, and yeah, that's.
Do you think it's in those relationships? Do you think it's difficult for them to navigate the world? Or do you think they're in a bubble and they're like, we don't care what's going on out there, it's about us?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I really can't speak to that. I know it's got to be hard, um, being of a certain race, say being white, and then having a child with somebody that's black, and now you have an interracial child, and now that child is looked at as black. I'm sure that's got to be a difficult position because
Sure.
now you have to kind of think
Think.
on the defensive versus offensive,
Yeah.
right? What does that police officer see? If they get pulled over, what does
Right.
society see
What does
them as? I'm sure those are difficult conversations that the two of them will have to have with each other and with their child. And yeah, man, we all have issues, right? We all, even my wife is black, if you don't know. And we have our own set of issues that we have to deal with, no different than anybody else. um it's just, it might be different, but there's still issues that you have to overcome, obstacles you have to overcome. The key is being on the same page. Is doing it together, not you think your way and
You think
she
the
thinks
other.
their way, and then you think you're going to come back to the middle.
Right.
Actually. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to have an interracial couple up here to to give us their input, to give us their insight on, hey, is this, do you notice that when you go out, people give you funny stares,
Right.
or they look at you crazy, and or they treat you differently. I really can't answer those questions, but if I had to guess, I would say, yeah, probably. if you're together, they probably looking at you like, what's going on here? I think it's definitely more acceptable for a black man to have a white woman than it is for a black woman to have a white man. I think I think people's mind process that.
Wait a minute. You think it's wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait. You think what now?
I think it's more accepting. I think society accepts black men with white women more than black women with white men. I think it's more easily digested. Like there's okay, I seen that. I get that. I understand that. I can respect that and appreciate. Like there's. But I mean, let's be honest. They're gonna think you play ball. They're gonna think something along those lines. But it's a silo that people can get with.
And then the thing, it doesn't upset me, but I think, why do people assume this? Because a black woman is with a white man, the first thing that a lot of people say, I've heard culturally, family members or comedians or whatever, or people will say, oh, her credit score is really going up. To me, that's not right. It's not. Don't assume just because she's with a black woman is with a white guy does not mean that her credit score can already be a pretty high credit score. But then going back to a black man with a white woman, especially when you're dealing with families or whatever, or people that and I'm thinking, you couldn't find a black woman that could fulfill the needs, what you're looking for, or you automatically make it. You make it, and then automatically the first thing you do is drop the sister, and then you're going to go out and get a white woman. And I take it as that you're saying she is, quote unquote, better than I am. I take it very, very personally. You couldn't find a sister. You can, that. I mean, that's the thing. But those are things that you ask yourself those questions. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at this man, and I'm like, okay, I'm assuming, just looking. Like, look, if I had to look at you and I didn't know you, I would say, well, he's got a black mama, a black grandmothers, whatever. If he has siblings and he has a sister, or whatever. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with him? What does he see? How can you leave all that? Because I still believe in 2026 that I think black women are the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we are all that to me
Yeah.
in a bag of chips. But
They gotta want you back though.
th-
And I think that's the other
yeah,
side of it is
yeah,
a lot of black women block their blessings too.
sure,
If we're talking about black women,
yeah,
um, they want a certain caliber, certain
yes,
type, or and they kind of, well, he's too nerdy,
right.
like, oh,
He doesn't make
he,
enough money. He has to make $500,000. I heard a young lady say she's 29 years old. She wanted a guy has got to make $500,000 a year. 1% of black men make $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
So it's not, that's, you got to really know what you're asking for. Don't just jump out there. And I'm like, 1% of black, and that's what she's looking for. The possibilities of her even carrying on a conversation with a black guy who makes that type of money is
slim to none.
Very slim.
Slim to none.
And I'm like, wow. I mean, and I learned a lot from what this talk or whatever I was listening to. And that's what the commentator was saying. Sometimes women, we put ourselves in a situation to where you're never going to be able to meet that, like you say, too nerdy. He dresses weird. He does it, stuff that doesn't amount to, as my grandmother would say, a roll of beans, or whatever. So it is sad, like you say. I have to stop and think, because you have said that to me from time to time. In general, Mom, people are just trying to make it.
Yeah, they're just trying to find somebody that will reciprocate their love. They want to love. They want to be loved. This is who is giving that back.
Right.
And that's, at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Now I can only speak for me and my wife. I wanted a black woman.
Right.
That was me. It wasn't necessarily because I was raised, but it could be that. But I don't want to say it was necessarily because I was raised by a black woman, or I have a sister and all that. It was just what I already kind of pre-programmed myself to want. And not saying that people, the brothers with white women didn't want that. They, but it was just something that was a goal, for me. And I was, luckily I was able to find that, because I mean, God is going to put you in the position to, to get what you desire, right? If that's in His will.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that's really what it's about. Divorce rates are 50-50.
Are they 50-50 now?
It's 50-50, and I believe for black women, I think only 1 out of 4 are married in general. Not necessarily to a black man or whatnot. So
1 out of 4 black women are married.
So it's tough. It's really hard. Love is very hard. Pray on it. Pray on it. Hey, ask God to lead your steps. Pray with your partner.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I felt earlier in my younger years that you need to be black, you need to be with a black woman, such and such, such and such. But today I don't feel as strongly about that. We're just trying to make it. And if that person treats you well, you treat them well. Yeah, there's love there. God's there. He's the center. Hey,
let it be. Hey. So be it.
Hats to you, because marriage is hard. It is what it is.
It is hard, and you have to work at it, because it's something that doesn't work itself. It can't lay dormant. Right. You have to work at it. You're definitely right. And if you're not working, I don't think you're being honest and truthful. It takes some work and time, and it's not always easy.
Right.
But you can get through it. You have your highs and your lows, but you can get through it if both of you are, pulling together, or I'm pulling, he's pulling, we're pulling, for this union. It can work.
It can work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it's a respect issue. I think it's a the pool is there this many people available that I'm looking for? Like, so it's a supply and demand type of thing.
Right.
Obviously there's more women than there are men, so
Yeah.
men kind of have the pick of the litter. I don't know. It's definitely got to be something as a black man that you want. If you don't care, if you open, that's not a deal breaker. Then yeah, you can go either way. But if you're like, no, in my heart of hearts, this is who I feel like that I should be with. I've talked to God. This is what He wants me to do. This is where He wants me to go. Then it might be a different story. So I don't know. You guys let us know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you in an interracial relationship? How is it going for you? Do you get weird stares when you go out with the kids, when you go to the pizza shop, or you go to
ice cream, get ice cream.
Urban Air? How is it? Yeah. I know, I love my black wife because she gets me. She understands the things that I'm going through every day as a black man in society, and I understand the things that she's going through as a black woman.
Yeah.
And it just, we're able to connect on that level. I was telling Sierra this just the other day, like, I just enjoy sleeping with you now. Like, I didn't appreciate that in my earlier, like, when we first got married. Just, you spend a third of your life sleeping with your partner, just in the bed, like you, like. Yeah. I appreciate that. That is like healing. Just being able to cuddle and be in bed is like that is.
Yeah.
That is something that's
key. You took it for granted.
Took it for granted. Didn't even think anything about that. It was like, oh, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I tell Sierra, I was like, because I kind of low key want to be a therapist too. Don't tell Sarah I said that. She said I got to get credentials. She said I got to get some letters behind my name. That's what she said. Haters, man. I got so many haters around me. Like, just let me cook. But like I was like, man, I just want to do a study with couples that are going through issues and all that. Like, when do you go to bed?
Me?
No.
Okay.
When does your partner go to bed? Do y'all go to bed together?
Yeah.
Is it, oh, I'm going to bed now, you have to go? Like,
no.
How is it? Like, or is it like, hey, this is when we're going. We are going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see if there's any correlation in
that. I think that there is something to that because I noticed just a short time when you guys made your transition back to Ohio from Nashville, and you guys were with us for a short time before you got your place. And I said to myself, these people go to bed together at the same time. And I thought it's because they've only been married 5-7 years or something like that. Your dad and I don't go to bed at the same time because he's more of a night owl. But now I've become somewhat of a night owl because I watch a lot of content now, and I do that. I do it at night. I don't do it during the day. I do it at night. And you go down the rabbit hole, and before you know it, it's midnight or whatever, and your dad doesn't come to bed usually before 1:00. Just one day last week I was sick with a cough, so he wouldn't be bothered with me. But the week before, he came up like 11:30, and I said, oh, I hope you're not going to bed now, because I'm not finished. I'm still working on some stuff, whatever. But there is something to that. I think that it would be worth you taking a deep dive into that to find out if there is something to that. Because you're right, you do spend a lot of your time sleeping together. You're in the bed, so that there's something to that.
Yeah.
There's something to it.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So we'll stay tuned. We'll let you know. Maybe we'll have the therapist on here and she can weigh in and give us her insights.
Right.
So yeah, love to see that. So I think that's all we got for today, Ma. You got anything else that you want to?
No, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, happy 2026.
Yes.
I'm sure that if you decided to work out, or you found yourself a center or whatever they say by the end of the month, it's over anyway.
Yeah,
but
the ninth,
I think really,
I think so.
wow. But I went to breakfast this morning with a group of ladies, teachers that I'm really close to, that we worked together years ago, and I passed the health center to get there, and the parking lot was packed. I mean, the parking was out. It's usually half the people that were in there, and I thought, there are a lot of people in that facility. That's what I thought to myself, working out. And I thought, what's the date? It's the 16th. So I thought, well, some of them are still there.
They're still motivated.
Yeah. So
and then when that motivation fails, that discipline is supposed to come in, and it just never kicks on for some people.
Okay.
So if that's you, if you're on the other side of this and you're like, man, I had all these plans, and hey, no more 0 days.
Yeah.
1% better each day.
Right.
Don't try to bite off more than you can chew.
A little bit at a time.
If you can fall on the floor, do a push-up. No more 0 days.
One step at a time.
One step at a time to build up to that. So then maybe next year, 2027, that'll be your year.
Yes. I agree. I agree. And I think one of the promises that I made to myself is that I am going to start to live, try to live every day as if it's your last. Okay. So you can say, well, I gave it everything, that I had. I give it everything I got. There. So, try to just live every day, and it just may be something simple, but do it a little bit at a time.
There is no tomorrow. Nothing is promised.
Nothing is promised.
Daily repentance.
Yeah.
That's why I told the church on Bible study. I was like, man, if Jesus comes back, I hope it's in the morning.
Why you want him to come in the morning?
Because I already repented the night before.
So you ready? You hope he coming in the morning?
I'm good. I don't have any more time to.
I gotta remember that. Sins. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh man. So all right. Well, this has been our episode. I get it from my mama. I'm Colin.
I'm Nisi.
All right. Peace.
Peace.